Hello, welcome to my channel, WingSpiritualClarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a reading for the collective. Feels like a message around what you are focused, what your attention is focused on right now, versus maybe where it would be better served if your focus was on something else, something around that message. The overarching message being, my gosh, this came up the other day as the same card. Wow. I am in love with all my parts. I am vibrant and sexy AF. So there's a real feeling of loving yourself, loving right where you are, loving all parts of who you are, maybe even the parts that you don't find very lovable, maybe parts of you that people have said that aren't lovable or acceptable, and loving them anyway. It does feel like clearing others' perceptions and projections and realizing that at the core you are vibrant and sexy AF. Like, you've got it going on. All right. What does the collective need to know right now about where their attention is versus where it would be best served? I feel like it would be best served with focusing on yourself right now, focusing on appreciating all your parts and focusing on what you do bring to the table instead of maybe where you feel that you're lacking. So in the past, you were in this Knight of Pentacles energy. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck. But they are definitely going to get to their final destination. They're taking their time, being very considerate, very, very grounded. This definitely has a one step at a time. I'm not in a rush. I want to make sure it's done correctly. This is a long journey, so I don't want to start out on a marathon, starting out sprinting. This is someone who realizes that this is a long journey. This is an opportunity I'm creating, and I realize that I need to pace myself. I've learned from the past that pacing myself is smart, that to enjoy every step of the way, that by realizing that I'm enough in every step of this, creating this opportunity and moving it forward, that I can enjoy every aspect of the journey along the way. This feels very wise. Whoever's tuning in, I feel like there's a wisdom to how you go about creating in a slow, thought out way. But it feels like it's not slow as in judging that you're not going fast enough, nothing like that. It feels like you understand the pace, that you have in the past created boundaries, really healthy boundaries. You know who is going to help you create this opportunity and who's not. Not everybody is allowed to journey with you. boy, it does feel like it's around business. With the King of Pentacles, it's so relaxed, so at home, so comfortable with what you're creating. You might be someone who's so comfortable with this pacing and understanding how to manifest abundance that yeah, it just feels so at ease. Like, I'm going to enjoy this journey. I realize things. I'm not going to get in my head about competition, or I feel like you've mastered, there's some level of mastery around creating a business, creating success, creating stability, security, safety. That's so interesting. So far, I'm not feeling, I feel like in this energy, you're even appreciating who you are and what you bring to the table. You're not going to allow someone to take you out of this energy of a very methodical progress towards success. Should just end the reading there and the end. All right, in current energies is the Lovers in reverse. So the Lovers, some type of choice, not being able to make a choice. Is it in regards to a partnership? Let's find out. Clarifying the Lovers in reverse. Clarifying the Lovers in reverse. The World. The World talks about an end of a cycle, completing something, an ending, closing out a cycle so you can start a new cycle. There's some decision, some choice that needs to be made so you can close out a cycle. I think what's blocking this decision is some type of lie, non-truth. Something that's not true is making it difficult to make a decision and move on. Since it's Ace of Swords in reverse, it feels like it's not a personal truth, it's a universal truth. There's some type of limitation. So that's not truthful. That's blocking your ability to make a decision and close out a cycle. It's, again, wow. Okay, so I was wondering, is it about, I keep seeing a decision, but also the partnership, something about the Lovers in reverse and Two of Cups in reverse. So it is around a connection that is no more. A partnership, an emotional partnership. And some type of lie. Something is still, it feels like there's just something that's a belief at the core of this that's not allowing you to move on and move forward. Maybe this, I was like, where's the focus going? And where should it be? Or where would it be best served to have your focus? Maybe this is where your focus is. What's blocking your ability to move on is about a connection that didn't work out and the lies around it, that you were lied to. You lied to yourself. You're stuck in a rut of something that happened, a breakup with someone who wasn't comfortable in their emotions. I get that maybe the lie that you told yourself is that we're really compatible. That this is a good match. That we're on the same page. I feel like you might have enmeshed your energy so much into this connection that okay, I'm getting in this past energy, it feels more around business, about how you go through life in a path is very one step at a time. You learn so much from your life experiences. You've leveled up and realized who is allowed permission to take this journey with you. So you set up some really healthy boundaries, and it's allowed you to level up and enjoy a certain level of security and stability. Feel like that fits with I'm in love with all my parts and I'm vibrant and sexy AF. That feels like that. It's a comfortable pace. And then there's something in your current energy. Maybe it's because Mercury is in retrograde, and so energies from the past are revisiting. And so this is revisiting in your thoughts and your mind. Maybe instead of staying in your own energy and taking a step at a time and enjoying this past energy, when you are in a connection, this feels like you got lost in the connection. Your energy, I don't see. Everything is in reverse. It feels like you turn yourself upside down, inside out, to stay in a connection. Maybe just because there's some beliefs around connections being better, connections being more stable. I'd rather be in a connection than not. Yeah, I'm unhappy and I really can't be myself and move the way I want to move and grow the way I want to grow. But at least I'm in a connection. Like there's some type of group of beliefs that you're ready to release so you can move on into a new cycle. And until you close out these old beliefs, it feels like I get this feeling like there's a belief system that I'm tuning into, that all relationships are like this, that so there could be beliefs that everyone out there, every guy out there, every girl out there, whoever you're attracted to is toxic. So you're trying to keep it away from you. And then for some of you, another level is more victimy, like I attract, like acknowledging that there's an attraction, there's some reason why you are attracting these type of connections where you lose yourself in the connection. You start lying to yourself to stay in the connection. You end up being very unhappy, but trying to stay in and make a connection work. And it creates this, I can't make a decision space. And so it's hard for you to move on. Energy. And but you're looking at it instead of empowered, like, how can I shift to this? This is what I'm attracting. Instead, it's like, I always attract this. I like a victim to your own energy. Some of you are trying to figure out why this, I don't know why this energy is stuck in my space. I don't know why I think of this energy. I'm doing whatever I can to release this energy and move forward. I'm confused. I don't know why this energy keeps coming up. I feel like I've looked at out here and within, and I'm not sure why it, but I do feel that it's somehow limiting my options moving forward, that I don't, there's some type of, I don't, and some of you might feel, okay, moving forward, you're going to be much more picky in a good way about discerning, I think is a better word instead of picky, much more discerning about who you enter into an emotional connection with. Feel like you've learned a lot. You've realized, I am in love with all my parts. I'm vibrant and sexy AF. I realize my value and worth. And I'm going to wait until someone who I am in love with all their parts, I see them as vibrant and sexy AF, and they see that within me, that I can stay as a whole person in a connection. I don't need to enmesh and lose myself in a connection. And I'm not asking others to lose themselves. How can I find a balance between being myself and growing and expanding, and have someone that I enjoy the journey, that I'm not, they don't need to enmesh in my life and I don't need to enmesh in theirs, but it works. Somehow I can enjoy being my independent person and be in a very trusting, loving connection. Feels like you're right in between these two energies right now. You might be focusing more on the head scratching, trying to figure out, maybe you keep going back into trying to analyze and see everything about what didn't work. And that's kind of keeping you from moving forward. You definitely want someone who moves right, someone who's not sneaky, someone who's above board, someone who chooses themselves and chooses you, someone who doesn't put you as an option, but someone who chooses you, someone who just, let's talk about truths. Let's be truthful. I'm not sneaking around. I don't want to have to worry about someone who's not being truthful. Yeah, I think this is over. I think what's making it difficult for you to create and move into that new cycle is focusing on what you don't want. I think this is a very important step into creating what you do want. That when you know clearly what you don't want. I don't want to be treated as an option. I don't want someone who lies and sneaks around. I don't want something that appears like it's wonderful and you have everything, but really it's empty and false. There's no emotional fulfillment there. I don't want any pretense and fake. I want something real. So by identifying what you don't want, switch into what you do want. I want someone who chooses me. I want someone who treats me as their beloved, but we don't have to be connected at the hips. We don't have to be constantly in each other's energies. I want them to be able to go out and be free and not worry or not afraid that they're sneaking around. I want to feel confident in our connection. I want to be able to move independently and be with someone who moves independently and trust and grow together and something that's real and authentic. So by identifying what wasn't wanted, you could see how that helps inform me what is wanted. So right now, there's just a bit too much focus on what isn't wanted that's holding you back. Yay! All right. In the center of your reading is Three of Wands. But you're moving out, you're moving on, you're turning your back on what you no longer desire. And your ships are coming in. Your ships are coming in. That's the center of your reading. That all of this revolves around is your ships are coming in. You have planned, you have moved at your pace, you have learned, you've grown and made changes along the way that have brought you to a certain level of mastery. You've learned something very important about relationships and connections in your present energy that's allowing you to start a new cycle and move forward into what you do want to create. You're releasing these burdens. 10 of Wands in reverse. You're releasing beliefs that no longer serve you. You're not focusing on what doesn't work. You're shifting that focus on what is working for you. What energy you do want to attract to you. I feel like you're getting ready to open yourself up to a love offer. You're very close. It feels like there's just a last shifting from what you don't want to really focusing and imagining like you have it right now, like you have whoever that is that you want to bring into your experience, imagining as if they're already here, not yearning. When you're in a yearning place, your yearning has the energy of this is what I want. And the yearning part is I realize I don't have it. And so I want, there's an ache and a hunger, yes, I want that, but I'm also very aware that I don't have that in my experience yet. And so I'm like trying to pull it in, that yearning. And instead imagining exactly what it is that you do want, how it would feel to be in this connection, How does it feel? How effortless it feels, how it adds to your life, how you can find being yourself and being in a connection, not losing yourself completely within a connection. How does that feel? How do you feel? Your challenge right now is 5 of Wands. I'm seeing these people as confused, trying to figure out how to put these sticks together to create something. I got this vision that you might be looking at the people around you, and of those 5 people, handful of people, of options that you might have, none of them really know how to get it done. They're not relationship material for you. I'm hearing good grief. They're trying, it doesn't feel like they're a right match. Your challenge is to not see that this is a temporary issue, seeing what isn't a good match around you, not seeing anyone is a temporary thing, not seeing that as that means for in perpetuity, forever and ever, I will have buffoons around me who are not a good match. It's a little judgment in that, but you get what I'm saying. Like, just your challenge is realizing, right, today I might be experiencing a lack of working together, people who don't work with me very well, but that does not mean that that is life. If anything, teaches you that nothing is permanent. We are having a very impermanent experience, something that changes. That's one of the things you can count on, that nothing stays permanent, that there is change. That is the whole beauty of, and tragedy, all paradoxically wound up together, is that nothing stays the same, that it's always evolving and changing. And so allow your beliefs to, oh, this is temporary. I don't see, I have not found the success that I want in a connection, but that's temporary. That doesn't have to be a permanent belief. That I can change my beliefs. I can learn something new. Just because that is how I've experienced life so far does not mean that that is a truth. It means that is a belief, and beliefs can be temporary. You can change beliefs. They can be stepping stones. You can soften the belief to something that is still believable, but not so harsh, so permanent. I don't have anyone around me who feels like a good fit. I haven't found the success in a relationship that I want so far, but I'm willing to see a different way. I'm willing to see that these are temporary, that my beliefs can change, that I've learned and changed and evolved myself. Why is it impossible? If I can create my reality, then it's possible that out of infinite beings, that I wouldn't be matched up with someone who's perfect for me, someone who's a really good match for what it is that I want to create. That I trust that I'm going to attract someone who's wonderful. I'm going to stay focused on what is possible. Right now, it feels like there's been so much focus on the heartbreak and what hasn't worked, that is larger and more activated in your space than what you do want. You know, there's the wolf that you feed, that story. There's two wolves. And whichever one you feed with your attention, your focus, your time, your energy, that wolf gets larger. So do you want to keep focusing on what hasn't worked and allow that to get any larger, or start shifting your focus on how amazing you are, how loving you are, loving all your parts, even your past, being a part of who you are? I love my past. It's taught me. It looks like in the past energy, you really did learn how to move from a night, and you learned and enjoyed each step of the way as best you could, and learned lessons along the way about establishing boundaries until you got to a King of Pentacles. You really know how to grow and advance. And so remembering how amazing you are, how wonderful you are, and spend maybe a little more time in that creative space of what you want, and let go more and more of focusing on what you don't want. So, all right. Hope that was helpful. Let me know if this resonates with you. I'd love to hear in the comments any personal stories that you want to share, or how this resonates with where you are right now. If you liked this video and you're still watching, I would love a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe, so I can grow my channel. And sending you a lot of appreciation for tuning in. Take care. Bye.